Hello everyone, today we are checking out Lunam by Uki Violeta. Now, we've heard quite a bit from Uki now. We've heard two of his original songs as well as his lines in Stuck in the Abyss. And Uki has continued to impress me with his beautiful, soft voice and his stellar composition. And no pun intended, I love the way he introduces these Latin licks and this very soft, lulling melody into his original music. So I'm very excited to check out another original song from him. This is a NOCTYX 1-year anniversary song. And this, at the time of recording this, this was released 2 months ago. So a massive congratulations to them. They've been at it for 1 year and 2 months now. But yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the song in 3, 2, 1. Play. Ooh, a very soft introduction. You got this rising mix. Ooh. Wow, that was already we've got this beautiful introduction with this swelling ambience and swelling strings, and then Uki's voice in the mix matches that instrumentation and just enough starts to exceed where that instrumentation is in the mix as it pulls away and lets him take the stage. It's still very soft and it's very delicate. I'm loving this already very emotional, soft introduction we're getting from him.
We are here like the stars. Ooh. When it's dark, don't ever let us go.
Ooh, I like how he adds a little bit, just a little bit of the teasing the vocal fry there when he says "let us go," and it also enforces the lyrics that he's saying there. It's "let us go," it's saying "don't ever let us go," and he's adding that vocal fry to add that emotion, that emphasis there. Also, earlier we got this bit of interesting juxtaposition between his legato notes that he's holding out, and then we got a little bit of staccato from him, which was an interesting contrast, especially with how soft everything was. I really like how he's playing around with the mix there. Ooh, nice.
Lead us with a strong divinity.
Ooh, and we've got that echoing backing vocal.
Hand in hand, show us the way.
Ooh, nice. When he says "show us the way," he goes way down low for the way, and it comes back up. I feel like that was almost to sort of enforce that he's being taken to a path. He's being shown the way. He went off course, and then he comes back to where we'd expect him to be in his pitch. That's really nice. Ooh, there we go. Getting some more of that Latin. Ooh, I like, so when he's singing, we're getting that echoing backing vocal with these whispery vocals, and it's cutting off just at the end to let his next line take the stage. I really like that.
Our story is never done.
Ooh, interesting. And we've been getting these mostly traditional tones with the strings and the backing ambiance, and then now we've got this very interesting digital percussion there. Ooh. Ooh, I like how that we got a cutout on the bass tones. We went all the way up treble, enforcing that percussion on the up high, and then creating this big progression in the song without having any drastic vocal changes. That's very nice awareness of what your mix is serving in terms of function, in terms of purpose, what your mix does for your song. I really like that. Let's go back a little bit. I want to hear that again. Nice. And we get adding that more. Ooh, interesting. So we added that progression with the bass cutout, hitting another percussion, transitioning into this next segment without a massive vocal switch up, but letting him change where he is in pitch to add emphasis. So now we've got this massive variation without any massive changes in what the vocals are doing. It's just a simple pitch change, but adding that flair to the mix makes it serve as so much more than just a simple pitch change. Ooh, a complete cutout. Ooh, nice. We're getting these really, really subtle backing vocals that are just ooh. They're just holding out these choral notes at the very, very bottom of the mix. There's this, I know I'm pausing a lot, but there's this very nice echo reverb effect on his voice on top of those backing vocals that makes the entire song feel dreamy. And I feel that enforces the name of the song itself, Lunam. If I'm not mistaken, that's a very lunar, it's a very lunar-based song. It's talking about stars, the moon, and it feels dreamy. It feels like that cityscape walking through the night, they sort of feel. And it feels reminiscent. And I very much think that is the purpose of the song, that dreamy, reminiscent, nostalgic feeling almost, because it is an anniversary song. It's meant to reflect on everything they've done, how far they've come. And I feel like he's captured that feeling so well here. Ooh, nice. I want to go back because he was attacking that note. He goes iridescent light, and then he comes back as he's in the middle of saying lights. He comes back and he adds a flare on the up high. He changes his register a bit. Right there, I love that. Ooh, that's a very nice. Okay, he added, so as he sang lights, he pulls away and comes back up, and then he goes back. And then as he's saying divinity, he pulls away, comes down low, and then goes back. So he's adding that, he's evening it out while adding that flair and progression to the song. We are not alone. Hand in hand, show us the way. Ooh, nice. This time, instead of going low on the show us the way, he's going high on the show us the way. Nice. And you can hear as he's saying show us the way, and he's relaxing his projection as he's saying show us the way. He's saying show us the way, and then he settles down, he relaxes his projection, and you can hear the mix match him on that. You can hear the strings settle in, the percussion fade away as he's saying show us the way. Ooh, I love how that cut out on the bass tones, and then it enforces this progression to the percussion that you wouldn't normally hear. Ooh. Ooh. We got a lot of vocal layering there. Very, very interesting composition there. Nice. And we introduce the instrumentation back with the stuttering percussion again. And I mentioned this earlier in a different song. that stuttering percussion before the drop of the beat, to stutter up and then drop, it adds so much more build-up in a very simple way. You don't need a large setup to create that build-up, to create that moment. You just a simple stuttering percussion with some swelling ambience that will create a stellar build-up effect, as long as your vocals are matching that. And here you can hear a perfect example of that. Nice. Ooh, interesting. Now we're getting again that percussive transition in the middle of the Latin segment here. Ooh, I like that. We have the swelling ambience while he goes up high in the front of the mix, and then he's being matched on the backing vocal lower in the mix. Ooh, nice. And we transition into this blooming effect, like I mentioned so many times now, that blooming effect where you just cover the entire mix, sustain your midtones, introduce some more bassier backing tones, and focus on that high in the front of the mix. I love that. I'm sorry, I have to go back. I want to hear that again. Nice. And you can hear, oh yes, those higher pitches that shine just enough through the mix to make themselves known. Perfect. Ooh. Wow, I really like that. He just kept layering more and more towards the end. I really like that. Oh. Well, I guess you got a sneak peek into one of the next reactions I plan to record. But aside from that, this was really good. I really, really liked the song. It was very relaxing, very subtle, but it added those percussive elements, and that ambient swelling added so much more grand majesticness to it. It was so grand, and it's hard to build that up without having that sort of projection throughout the entirety of the song. And he showed very well how he could manipulate his mix. You could hear he was cutting out those bass tones, emphasizing the percussion, and then reintroducing those bass tones with a percussive drop, and then coming in with multiple vocal tracks to emphasize just how he can make the mix bloom over and over again. He did that multiple times, and it was satisfying every single time he did it. I loved how he controlled his voice, how he controlled his projection, how he controlled his mix in this song. It was beautiful. So yeah, thank you very much for recommending this song to me. I really enjoyed it. I'm super excited to hear more from Uki. Aside from that, if you would like to recommend more songs for me to check out, feel free to do so in the comment section below. However, do remember, just don't post links. Just post the name of the song and the channel I can find it on, and then I'll add it to a playlist where I keep track of all my reactions. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Aside from that, I will see you next time. Thank you so much.